Welcome back to another Tight End Tuesday where we talk all things tight end. I'm your host, Dominic Daphne. It's another week of our Path to the Draft covering some of the best tight ends in college football. And this week, we're headed down to good old Athens, Georgia to talk about one of them dogs, Oscar Delp. If you know anything about Georgia football, they produce NFL tight ends constantly. Maybe not like Iowa, but they have a long line of NFL tight ends like Brock Bowers, Darnell Washington, Leonard Pope, and the list goes on. And Oscar Delp just might be the next one in line. He's a complete tight end who can make plays on all downs. His run-up-to-catch ability allows him to get up the field and make plays whenever the ball's in his hands, and his athleticism makes him a mismatch. Showing off his speed at his pro day, running a 4.48, which will allow him to break away from linebackers while also running over DBs. So without further ado, let's get into this tape. When we talk about being a complete tight end, that means being able to block, to run routes, to catch the ball, to make plays on first down, to make plays on third down. On this play, they have him in on 2nd and 19. It's obvious passing down. They're going to ask him to run a choice route, get the ball in his hands, and essentially say, make a play for us. You'll see him at the top of your screen in the slot. He's going to run a choice route, which is about a 5-yard, either in, sit down, or break out. He recognizes his man, cuts across his face, gets the ball, and immediately gets vertical and gets a first down on 2nd and 19. And that's an athlete, a person who wants the ball in his hands on 2nd and 19. And you're asking me to make a play, I could do that for you. A lot of teams have guys who like George Kittle, like Travis Kelce, who's like, anytime we get the ball in his hands, we understand that he's going to be able to make a play for us, as well as help us get out of sticky situations, continue our drives, and potentially help us score more points. No matter if it's 1st and 10, 2nd and 19, 3rd and 15, no matter what, when Delp gets the ball in his hands, he's looking to make a play. And you'll see here, he's going to run a simple chip sit, which means he's going to chip the D in and then sit 5 yards over the ball, looking to be a late read for the quarterback. But what's most impressive is his run after the catch. He runs his route, gets open late, and he shows off that 4.48 speed. And look how many defenders are trailing him. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 11 defenders are tracking him down, and he uses his speed to get loose. And he finally gets down, but that's a tight end. A tight end outrunning an entire defense, being able to catch the ball, get up vertical, and make a play. And that's not something that's easy to do. That's not something you see often, for him to be able to create that separation with his speed and get vertical and make a highlight play, in my opinion. That run after the catch ability comes from him being an athlete. He ran a 4.48 at his pro day at Georgia, which makes him a mismatch for linebackers because of his speed, but also a mismatch for DBs because of his size. And you'll see here in this clip, they're going to have him run a seam route against cover 2, about a 2-man look, which means the safeties are playing 2, but underneath they have man responsibilities. He's at the slot in the bottom of your screen. He's going to run a seam route. And because it's too high, he's going to try to bend it across the face of the safety while getting over top of the linebacker who has him in a man-to-man look. He runs his route, doing a good job using his speed to get past the linebacker, but I want you guys to be able to look at this from the backside view. He does a good job using his speed to beat the linebacker, but he also gives a nice indicator to the quarterback knowing, hey, I'm about to break. This would be a great time to throw the ball. And one thing that Aaron Rodgers always told me was, when he sees the linebacker's numbers, his head turn, he assumes that that's open because a linebacker can't see the ball. He doesn't know when the ball is coming. So in his mind, you're still open in this situation. And as you can see, the quarterback delivers a strike, and it's an easy high ball for Oscar Delp to score a touchdown. So not only does he do a good job of reading coverages, he knows how to indicate to his quarterback when, hey, I want the ball right now, and his quarterback knows how to deliver him a ball in order for him to make a play. Delp's combination of physicality, size, and athleticism is exactly what NFL teams are looking for. A tight end that could be a threat on the field at all times and keep defenses on their toes. Guys that come out of Georgia tend to transition well, and Delp fits that mold to a T. So keep your eyes on him in the draft and see where he lands, because he's a guy that could come and make an impact for a team immediately. And that's Tight End Tuesday.